Welcome to SpaceX. Today I'm going to share with you two special watches, the Sword Gold Century Egg Bezel GMT Master 2 126713 with an official retail price of 143,000 yuan. In this video, one is the official original version and the other two, which we'll temporarily call version A and version C. At first glance, it's really hard to tell the three watches apart, so what are the differences in the details? Let's find out together. Let's first get a feel for the overall quality of this watch. What many enthusiasts care about most is the color transition on the two-tone ceramic bezel. But if you only look at this aspect, it's really hard to tell whether it's genuine or not. The triangle marker at the 12 o'clock position is also very well done, and the font size of the date makes it almost impossible to distinguish between them. The exquisitely printed details and the intricate texture of the dial's delicate lettering are nearly absolutely perfect, but the overall finishing on the sides of the hands is still a little bit lacking. You can still clearly see a slight roughness, a subtle imperfection that is noticeable upon close inspection. As for the inner engravings, version A is slender and delicate just like the original, while version C is a bit thicker. The opening of the crown at the top is slightly larger on version A, and for the three dots, the large dot is a bit smaller on both version A and version C. Regarding the brushing effect on the fluted bezel, version C is coarser, while version A is more refined. The rounded polishing and the gap of the safety clasp are also done extremely well. It's hard to tell them apart. As for the metal edge of the crown, version C is relatively wider, and in terms of the fullness of the 5 dots on the crown, version A is also closer to the original. When it comes to the color of the precious metal, version C is noticeably brighter and lighter, which is quite different from the original. As for the specifications and dimensions of the bracelet links, both A versions have achieved consistency with the original. Additionally, the sides of the bracelet are fully covered with a gold-colored coating, so unlike some other versions on the market, there is no exposed steel. Regarding the engraving details on the clasp, the A version clearly shows residual black metal marks left from CNC engraving, and the Rolex pattern overall appears thicker. However, both the A and C versions feature the corresponding anti-counterfeiting marks. When it comes to the chamfer polishing and brushed finishing on the case, the A version is relatively more pronounced and also more refined. As for the engraving at the bracelet connection, the C version uses double line engraving, which is generally thicker, but this technique is indeed also present in some official versions. The engraving on the side of the bracelet shows a more noticeable difference in the C version. As for the matte texture of the precious metal, neither the A nor the C version has reached the standard. Next, let's move on to the relatively core internal structure. The A version uses the Shanghai 38-way movement, while the C version uses the Dandong 38-way movement. Both types of movements can achieve a power reserve of around 70 hours, which is close to the official standard, but there are still obvious flaws in the overall detail and texture that can be detected. For example, both versions differ from the original in the size of the rotor's central axis and the crown logo, and the brushing technique on the movement's main plate is also far less refined compared to the original. There are visible differences in the size and finishing of the fixed screws, as well as in the texture of the ruby and gold chattons. The blue hairsprings texture and the structure of the regulator lever when the movement is closed also differ, with the C version showing even more pronounced differences. The 4-position balance wheel weights found on the original are absent in both of these versions. The brushed finish on the caseback highlights the original craftsmanship, which ordinary techniques can't easily match. The anti-counterfeit dot inside the oval logo was noted by both A and C versions. Please note, here comes the key point. With precious metal watches, the biggest concern is that they might not be heavy enough, that they might feel too light and flimsy. In this regard, the A version achieves the same weight as the original, whereas the C version falls a bit short by comparison. The materials and craftsmanship used in the A version make it nearly impossible to spot any flaws with the naked eye. Rolex's Chromolite lume is that refreshing touch many enthusiasts seek, and both the A and C versions deliver a very high standard here, making it hard to tell them apart. Overall, both the A and C versions have their own strengths, but after all, Rolex is still Rolex. You get what you pay for, and that's an eternal truth. Follow SpaceX for more professional watch reviews to help you choose a watch you love and to provide more detailed advice. If you have any questions, please follow me. I'm always available in the comments section.